Imagine our boy Suguru Geto, the best friend of Gojo, had the opportunities, and I mean the financial backbone to fuel his cause. Would things turn out as harmless as they did in a real story, or would the power of capitalism make him the strongest instead? I have some goals for this challenge. First, to stack up all the powerful abilities that are not cursed abilities on Geto. Second, create a powerful army of curses. And third, defeat Shinjuku level Gojo as well as Heian era Sukuna. And all this I will try to achieve within 100 days. And now, enjoy the video. Unfortunately, I started poor, without any inheritance. That meant I had to grind my way up to the top, but first, I gathered some supplies the village probably didn't need anyway. Just outside of the village was a damaged nether portal, with some decent stuff. I mean, who wouldn't take a golden apple? A broken down tree hit a grade up recommendation underneath. Would be nice in real life if you just find a piece of paper and boom, you got promoted in your job. Anyway, I forgot for a moment that there was hidden TNT underneath the chest and these apotheosis towers. So, my first oopsie occurred.
Hiya.
I recovered my remains from the tower and continued my journey. Became grade 4 sorcerer and butchered some bison for food. Smart as I am, I didn't do the same mistakes I already did, and was able to collect a sweet loot. A village I came along gave home to a lightning dragon, right in the center. Didn't look so happy. The villagers weren't as afraid as I was, and viewed the whole nest as just another road of their city. And as it was expectable, the dragon woke up, and wasn't very pleased to see everyone was occupying his nest. I slashed him 2 times, but then everything fell apart, because I accidentally hit the iron golems behind me. You have to know when you are not welcome anymore. So, I packed my stuff and left the dragon to the village. On my way, I ran into a Stevenson screen. It dropped the bone sword. Not bad, not bad. A while later, I encountered one of these places which spawned special grade curses. But to snag one of these, I'm way too weak. Especially in the newer updates of the mod, it feels like Geto runs become more and more challenging. Maybe it's best to live the cockroach style, especially in the beginning. I continued my journey until I ran into one of these JJK villages, but it was attacked by a dragon, and my helper syndrome kicked immediately, and I charged towards the dragon. I was able to lure the dragon to a nearby river, so it leaves the village alone. It felt like everything was under control, as long as I stayed in the water. But then, the dragon asked his friend to come over. That was when things started to fall apart. Back at the village, I finished off the giant lizard. Afterwards it was time to explore the village, and that was when I discovered one of the coolest things. These violet guys trade Stevenson screen spawn eggs for gold. And you know who has the biggest piles of gold? Fire dragons. I felt like I won the capitalism game already, and made sure to raid every fire dragon nest I came across in the future. But first, I looted the village. In all my excitement, I didn't notice nightfall, and that turned quickly into a problem. This rainbow dragon decided to be a bad puppy. It tackled me out of my body. After I recovered my stuff, I fled into the nearby remains of a house, which protected me from the rainbow dragon at first. But then, this red troll guy decided to chop down the whole house with his axe, and the dragon did the rest. But the next try gave me the upper hand. And so, I could eat the rainbow dragon. I wanted to buy some more spawn eggs with my remaining gold, but he wouldn't sell me more than 10. I left the village to find more dragon nests, until I saw another village in the distance. And the violet guys were all outside, so I traded with them before it turned night. And I got my first finger of Sukuna. That gave me even more cravings for gold. No fire dragon was safe anymore. For capitalism!
Yeah, boy.
Another village, another gamble. A while later I came across this traditional structure. An ice dragon thought it could stab me in the back, but I quickly made an end to it. That's why I like using Apotheosis in combination with Jujutsu Kaisen mod. I found Higuruma's hammer with a fire effect. So I kept on exploring until I ran into this suspicious scene. I wonder what they are up to. As long as they are not trying anything funny, I think we'll get along. I gave all my money to them, but the piece didn't last very long. Sukuna used his terraforming skills again. He reimagined the Grand Canyon with a giant dragon body on the bottom. I wanted to loot the dragon so bad, so I made the decision to go down. Regretting my decision, I fled to the surface, and it turned out to be a close call, because Sukuna started a new domain expansion. I barely escaped. In a small village, I looted my Stevenson screens, and got, beside a special recommendation, my favorite tool. The Inverted Spear of Heaven, with 25% lifesteal. That's massive, and with the empty socket I could increase it even more. The other two things worth mentioning are Sukuna's lightning tool and the orb to master domain expansion. Pretty solid. In a dark forest I encountered Higuruma, who had nothing better to do than letting out all his justice on me. But I think you see how powerful the lifesteal is. As night began, all the small and big fish came out of their holes. It was time to use my recommendations. I was finally special grade. Sukuna made another flat surface, so I investigated the scene. Maybe I could snack some curses for dinner. Turned out, I wasn't made for this level yet. Oh, and I forgot, at some point I found Maruraga's wheel, but I didn't know whether it was working for me too, but I equipped it anyway. Wait. I hoped that I could withstand the domain with RCT until it went off, but he turned me into mincemeat anyway. The fun continued at my bed. Kenjaku awaited me, and I used my domain expansion for the first time. And as I left the domain, Sukuna tried to steal the show again. I met my friend Jogo. But my domain was just a fart in the wind against his. After I recovered my stuff, I added 20% lifesteal to my inverted Spear of Heaven. I thought it was time to tame some new pets, and special grade insect curses were just the right candidates. I also found a wild Mei Mei, but you know, in predatory capitalism there can be only one at the top, and I wanted to make sure that it was me who stands above all. Outside of the structure, this rundown gambling addict tried to advertise his casino to me, but this was my territory. I'm the one who knows. I think I was able to expel him from my territory, because after I left the cave he pushed me in. I couldn't find him anymore, but the Father of the Year was just around the corner. Thankfully, I had my inverted Spear of Heaven, otherwise things could have turned quite ugly. But he didn't learn his lesson yet. That monkey. And Maito, who intervened my little conversation with the monkey, got snagged too. I was able to collect more insect curses. And on the roof I encountered the main character with no skills. On my hunt for Kuroshi, Higuruma stepped in again and demanded order. And the addict gambled for judgment. Unfortunately, they stole Kuroshi from me. But I found another source of meals. But I accidentally ended the curse and got another finger instead. A bit later, I even found a whole JJK city with a lush cave on top. Orca even included a famous clothing store. And you know the drill. I tried to get all my money spent. In a nearby hospital, I found a totem of Undying, very useful unless you are in the middle of a Malevolent shrine. I fought another insect curse and looted my Stevenson screens. And found the physically gifted orb. Very nice, but for another run. I must say, with the new trading system, you can be almost everybody you want, with the right amount of cash of course. One of these tentacle mummy things made another window in the house, so I decided to snag it. I mean, it wanted attention so bad. In another village, I traded again, and it took not very long until I found the Hiten, another treasure for my collection. And I even found more of Sukuna's fingers. And the Master 6 Eyes Orb. To top it all off, I decided to snag the fingers I already found. With the Supreme Martial Solution and the He-10, I transformed into Sukuna's Heron Era form. I tested my abilities on a Fire Dragon, and as expected, the Dragon 2 was just a weak Monkey Dragon. In the next village I found, people weren't pleased to see me, of course. I mean, I was Sukuna, but after I took quick care of some villagers, my violet friends still traded with me. I mean, as long as I have gold, not so far from real life. I was able to raise my finger count to 17, and the Shibuya Sukuna tried to challenge me with his 15 fingers. The fight was not very hard, but long. I tried to make some cool third-person shots, but it turned out it wasn't as cool looking as expected. After I defeated Sukuna, this Hydra thing attacked me and even tanked my Fuga. And as you can see, it survived damn long. In the night, Meguna jumped right in front of my face, and it took not very long until the chaos started again. Domains open and close back and forth. Gojo also wanted to play with Sukuna and his best friend. Sukuna made sure everybody was busy with Mahoraga, but where Mahoraga is, Agitu isn't far if you fight Meguna. I tried to focus Mahoraga, but that was no easy task, because everybody was playing ping pong with me. And then Gojo tried to attack me personally. He started a hollow purple attack that was so powerful, my game crashed. After I loaded back in, the fight drilled deeper and deeper into the ground. I wanted to flatten the area a bit, but Gojo refused and sent me into my dream world. After all I've been through, I even survived his hollow purple DDoS attack on me.
Stupid ass.
I decided to hunt for the missing fingers before I started a rematch, and maybe start building an army. It was so crazy. Every time I fought Dagon, it felt like I was in a Pokemon Center. He shoots his fish, and by slicing them into sushi, I got healed. And in the end, I destroyed his domain by snacking him. My 2-2 was eaten fast, and then I found a meal even tastier, Rika. So I charged Yuta to take him out first. Both of us got trapped in Naoya's domain. After Yuta's fall, Rika was all alone, and I could snack her very easily. Another Megiddo was ready to be challenged, and Todo made sure to be as annoying as possible, so he needed to go first. Next, I took down Roundtier, and then I thought, let's free all the curses I caught so far, and see what happens. It was a wild mixture of domains changing. And another Sukuna brought his own domain to the fight. So, 3 Sukunas and Kenjaku all heading towards me. A bit unfair if you ask me. At first, I thought there was a 4th Sukuna, but it was just a sad Yuju, getting Shibuya flashbacks. One of the Megunas wanted to be like me and turned into Heian Error form. Fuga took quick care of another Maruaga. On the next morning, the other Sukuna was ready to turn Heian. The smallpox in me cornered him until a final stone from the sky contained him. It took not very long until another Sukuna crawled out of his cave. And I one-shotted his Meguna form with Fuga, only to meet his Heron Error form. It's so nice that Sukuna is also able to make this airwalking, like physically gifted sorcerers. I mean monkeys. Sukuna and I fell into a deep cave, and he nearly took me down with his Fuga. Then I tried Sukuna's close domain for the first time. And Gojo also sneaked into the scene. But now I was stronger. We dug ourselves deeper and deeper into the ground, and as always, everybody jumped on me instead of attacking each other. I forgot that Gojo must be immune to Fuga, but I used it anyway, because it looked cool. very long and we found ourselves on bedrock level. Sukuna started his malevolent kitchen and showed us the beautiful night sky. And Gojo had nothing better to do than using Holo Purple again. The fierce fight ripped the whole area apart. Naoya used his chance to trap me in his domain. I was surprised to see another Naoya creeping out of the domain's eye. After I did with Naoya, the next domain was right around the corner. Unlimited void again. But Gojo quickly had enough, and as his domain broke down, he was just turned into dust by my malevolent shrine. But there was still stuff I wanted to do. There was still an army I wanted to build, and that's what I did for the next few days. No one was safe. And then I decided to give them some free space. It's so wild how often they switch domains. I had all the disaster curses multiple times, and some low-grade curses.
Fighting forward.
But there was a Rika missing in my army, so I had to hunt down another Yuta. Now I have a decent army, and with nothing to worry about anymore, it also marks the end of my journey. If you liked the video, I would be happy if you subscribe and like the video. Also leave a comment what you eventually want to see next. See you!